Hello dear students, in this video we are going to discuss 2019 CSAT question paper, and here we'll be discussing questions along with their types and along with their concepts, and that one concept is helpful in what different other type of questions that we are also going to discuss. We are going to discuss the dimensions of all the questions, like one question is helpful in how many different questions, in how many different manner, right? So we are going to discuss that also, and obviously here what is the most common type of question which are being asked every year, we will be focusing more on that, right? So let's start with the questions, everyone. Fine. Okay. If every alternative letter of English alphabet from B onwards, including B, is written in lowercase, fine. So it means what? This question belongs to reasoning, or you can say general mental ability, and the topic is coding decoding, fine. And the topic is coding decoding, okay. All right. And here, starting from B onwards, B is the second alphabet of English alphabet, right? So B is 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, they all are written in the small case. Fine, they all are written in the small case. It means even numbered alphabet are written in the small case, and odd numbered alphabet are written in the capital letters, in the uppercase. Fine. So 3, 5, 7 and so on, they are written in the uppercase. Fine. Okay. Now you must be studied this code 𝐃𝐨𝐰𝐧𝐥𝐨𝐚𝐝. This is 5, 10, 15th, 20th and 25th, right? So E is 5th alphabet, J is 10th alphabet, O is 15th alphabet, T is 20th alphabet, and Y is 25th alphabet, right? So even numbered alphabet are small case and odd numbers are in uppercase, fine. So obviously question is asking, then how is the first month of the second half of the year written? How is the first month of the second half of the year written? First month of the second half, right? So complete year is actually can be divided into two halves of 6 months each. Fine. So first half is from January to June and second half is from July to December, right? So first month of the second half is what? First month of the second half is July, right? So question is how July will be coded. Fine. So J is an even number, 10 is even numbered alphabet, right? And Y is odd numbered alphabet. So even numbered alphabet will be small and Y will be capital, fine. So J small and Y capital, fine. So J small and Y capital. So A option, no. B option, J small and Y capital, no. C option, J small and Y capital, no. D option, J small and Y capital, yes. This is the only answer, right? If all the three options are wrong, then obviously the fourth one will be the right answer, fine. So this is a very simple question, right everyone? So fourth option is the correct one, fine. D is the right answer. Okay, fine. All right. So let's move to another one. Sunita cuts a sheet of paper into 3 pieces. Length of first piece is equal to the average of the 3 single digit odd prime numbers. See everyone, single digit prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, right? Where this is an even prime number and rest all are odd prime numbers, fine. Okay, so the first sheet, length of the first sheet equal to the average of the 3 single digit odd prime numbers. So 3 single digit, fine. So 3, 5, 7. So average of 3, 5, 7 is what? Average of 3, 5, 7 is 5. So this is the average, right? So this is the average. So this will be the length of the first sheet, right? So length of the first sheet will be 5 units. Okay. Now length of the second piece is equal to the first plus 1/3 of the length of the third. Okay, fine. So let the third is what? Let the third is x. So second will be 5 plus x by 3. Okay, all right. The length of the third piece is as long as the other two pieces together. Third will be as long as the other two together. It means what? It means x is equal to 5 plus x by 3. So this implies x minus x by 3 is equal to 10. So 2x by 3 is equal to 10. Then x is equal to what? X is equal to 15. Okay. If x is equal to 15, it means the third one is 15. Right? And the second one is what? 5 plus 15 by 3. Okay. So 5 plus 15 by 3 is 5 plus 5, which is 10. Right. So first one is 5, second is 10, and third is 15. Right. So what they are asking, the length of the original sheet of paper. The original sheet of paper will be 5 plus 10 plus 15 is what? 30. The answer is 30 units, right? This question belongs to which topic? This question can be categorized under algebra, right? This question can be categorized under algebra, right? Or you can say linear equation, right? Okay. The simple question, right everyone? Fine. Let's move to another question. In the sequence is this: how many 5s are there which are not immediately preceded by 3 but are immediately followed by 7? Okay, fine. So 5, 7, 5, 7 and 5, 7, but they are not immediately preceded by 3. So this triplet can't be considered. This triplet can't be considered. So here 3 is not there. Okay, fine. So only this will be considered. So answer is 1, right? Answer is 1. Fine. So this is a question of simple general mental ability, right? This question can't be categorized under any category. Question says in the sequence 1, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 3, 5, 7, how many 5s are there which are not immediately preceded by 3 but are immediately followed by 7? This is a very simple question, just based on observation only, right? No any background, nothing is required for the solution of this question, right? No any background. Just by seeing this question and reading the instructions, you can solve this question. Fine. A very, very simple question. All right, everyone. So now let's move to other one. Okay. How many triplets x, y, z satisfy the equation x plus y plus z is equal to 6? See, all of you, this question belongs to permutation and combination, right? But this can be solved very easily, where x, y, z are the natural numbers, right? What are the natural numbers? Natural numbers start from 1 and go up to infinite. Right, everyone? Okay, these are the natural numbers, right? Okay, so question is saying x plus y plus z is equal to 6. So x plus y plus z is equal to 6. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. Fine. So order can be changed. The reason is in summation order does not matter. Right? It is like this. Okay. So this is the first thing. How many? These are 6 combinations, right? Now they all are distinct actually. Fine. Now if 2 are same and 1 is different, it's like this. Okay, 2 are same and 1 is different. So obviously 1 plus 1 plus 4, 1 plus 4 plus 1, 4 plus 1 plus 1. This is also 6, right? So here we have 3 such combinations, right? And where all of them are same, then 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6, right? This is also one combination, right? So here we have 6 combination, here we have 3 combination, here we have 1 combination. So total how many combinations do we have? 6 plus 3 plus 1. This is 10 combinations we have, right? 10 possible combinations, right everyone? See, this question belongs to permutation and combination, but we didn't solve this question using permutation and combination, right? We just solved this question by using thinking only, right? By using the thought process, right? So the common sense is required to solving these type of questions. That's it, right? Because in CSAT, they won't be asking a bigger question, which is actually based on some topic. No, they will be asking some small question, which anyone can solve by the simple analytical skills, right? So this question, yes, this question belongs to permutation and combination, but no concept of permutation combination is applied. Only just by thinking you can solve this question, right? But yes, you should be that much observant, you should be that much analytical, right? You should have to have the presence of mind, right? You should be like street smart to solve these type of questions. Okay, now let's move to another one. This question again belongs to coding, decoding, general mental ability, right? This question again belongs to coding, decoding, general mental ability. Okay, fine. And mathematical operations too. Then the value of 10 hash 5 at the rate $1.5, right? Okay, so 10 hash means minus, 5 at means product, multiply by, dollar means divided by. So fine, so this is what 10 minus, so now 5 into 1 by 5. BODMAS you all know, right? BODMAS, right? B for bracket, O for off, D for divide, M for multiply, A for addition, and S for subtraction, right? So 10 minus 1, so the answer is 9. Okay, everyone, the answer is 9. How simple the question is, right? How simple. This question is actually a kind of platter. You all have to solve this question. If you're not solving this question, then actually you're doing a big sin, right? You have to solve this type of question, because like a student of class 6 can also solve this question, right everyone? So you have to solve this question, please, right? And in every exam you will be able to find these type of questions, but yes, they won't be like serial wise, like from 1 2 3 4 5. They won't be like that. They will be scattered in the entire question paper. You have to find these questions actually, right? So for first 15-20 minutes you just find the questions which you can able to solve. That's it. You please solve those questions. I mean please find these questions first in first 10-15 minutes, right? Once you are able to decide, like you can solve this 25 questions in next 30 minutes. So your life becomes very easy. Fine. All right, now let's move. Okay, an 8-digit number leaves a remainder 0 when it is divided by 3. See everyone, this question belongs to number system, right? And the topic is divisibility. The topic is divisibility. Okay, question says an 8-digit number leaves a remainder 0 when it is divided by 3. Okay, so if a number is divided by 3 and leaving a remainder 0, it means it is a multiple of 3, right? So if a number is multiple of 3, it means what? The digits, sum of digits is a multiple of 3, right? Sum of digits is a multiple of 3. Just add all of them. So 4 plus 2 6, 6 5 11, 11 2 13, 13 7 20, 20 and 10 is 30. So sum of the digits is 30 plus b, right? So 30 plus b should be divisible by 3, right? So 30 itself is divisible by 3. So least value of b can be what? Least value of b can be 0. Then after 0 it will be 33. So 3, then 36, 6, and then 39, 9, right? So b can have 4 values so that the given number is a multiple of 3, right? So 4 values of b are possible. Right everyone, 4 values of b are possible. All right everyone, fine, clear? Okay, it's a very simple question and a very logical question, right, based on number system. Okay, right everyone. All right, let's move What is x in the sequence? See everyone, this question belongs to number series, right? Again, numbers come to the picture. So 132, 129, 124, 117, 106, 93, x. This is what? This is minus 3. This is minus 5. This is minus 7. This is minus 11. Oh, 3, 5, 7, 9. It is not 9, but it is 11. It means what? It means these are consecutive prime numbers. Right, everyone? So this is minus 13. So now it has to be minus 17. Fine. So 93 minus 17. So this is 76. Right? So the answer is 76. So difference is consecutive prime numbers. Right? Starting from 3. Right? Difference is consecutive prime numbers starting from 3. Right? It's a very simple question. But yes, you should have to have an idea of like prime numbers, right? Again, so everyone, numbers is a topic that you should prepare for CSAT, right? Because you will get many questions based on number, be it number series, be it number sense, be it number system, right? So you will get several questions based on numbers, right, everyone? So please get the grasp, get the command over this topic, right? All right, now let's move. Okay, so this question again belongs to general mental ability. The topic is clock, right? Since clock is mentioned in this question. Okay, a wall clock moves 10 minutes fast in every 24 hours. Okay, the clock was set right to show the correct time at 8 AM on Monday. Okay, Monday 8 AM. Fine. When the clock shows the time 6 PM on Wednesday, what is the correct time? Clock is showing 6 PM on Wednesday. All right. So Tuesday 8 PM. Sorry, Tuesday 8 AM. Wednesday 8 AM. And Wednesday 6 PM, right? Okay, fine. So this is what? This is 24 hours, so 10 minutes. This is 24 hours, so again 10 minutes. Right? And how many hours are they? They are 10 hours, right? So Monday 8 AM to Wednesday 8 AM to Wednesday 6 PM. There are 10 hours, right? So in 24 hours, it is moving 10 minutes faster. So in 10 hours, it is moving 10 minutes to 10 by 24 into 10. So this is 100 by 24. So 4.16 minutes, right? So approx 4 minutes. Right? So approx 4 minutes. Right? So total 10 plus 10 plus 4, so approx 24 minutes. So clock is getting faster approx 24 minutes, right? So whatever the time clock is showing, 24 minutes less than that will be the actual time, right? So clock is showing 6 PM. So just subtract 24 minutes from this 6 PM. So 5:36 will be the actual time, right? Approx 5:36, right? So 5:36 will be the actual time, right, everyone? A very simple question, right? A very, very simple question. Okay. Now let's move to another one. What is x in the sequence? Again, the number system, number series, right? Again, the number series. Okay. 4, 196, 16, 144, 36, 100, 64, x. See everyone, if you observe these numbers carefully, they all are the perfect square, right? This is 2 square, this is 14 square, this is 4 square, this is 12 square, this is 6 square, this is 10 square, this is 8 square, right? They all are perfect squares. Fine. So 2, 4, 6 and then 8. See everyone, this series is what? Consecutive odd number. I mean the squares of consecutive odd numbers in increasing manner. Fine. And again the another series is there, 14, 12, 12, 10, 10 then 8, right? So 8 square. 8 square is what? 64, right? So the given series is a combination of two series. Both are of alternative even numbers. The one is in increasing manner and the other is in decreasing manner, right? In fact, they are the squares of the even number. The one is in increasing manner and the other one is decreasing manner. Fine. So the correct answer is 8 square. 8 square is 64. Alright everyone, fine. So this is again a very simple question of numbers, right? If you are able to like observe which kind of numbers are they, you can able to solve this question very easily. Else it will take time, right? So obviously you should have to have the number sense while solving, for solving of these type of questions, right everyone? Now let's move to another one. Okay, in a group of 15 people, 7 can read French. Alright, so this question belongs to Venn diagram, right? Okay. In a group of 15 people, 7 can read French, 8 can read English, while 3 of them can read neither of these two languages. Okay, fine. So out of 15, 3 cannot read any of the two languages. Fine. So only 12 people can read one or more than one languages. Fine, whatever it is. So this is what? French and this is English, right? So 7 can read French, 8 can read English, and 12 cannot read anything. So 7 plus 8 is 15 minus 12. So 3 can read both. 3 can read both. Fine. So this is 3. 3 can read both. Now in French we have total 7. So 3 is already there. So we are left with 4. In English we have total 8, so 3 is already there, so we have 5, right? So 4 people are the one who can read only French and 5 people are the one who can read only English. Fine. So how many people can read only one language? So 4 plus 5 total is 9. 9 people can read exactly one of the two languages. Fine. So the answer is 9. Okay, 9 people can read exactly one of the two languages. Fine everyone. So this question belongs to Venn diagram, a very simple question. Alright. Now let's move to other one. Okay. See everyone, this question belongs to the topic of number system, and this concept is a favorite concept of UPSC. UPSC is asking the question based on this topic every year from last 3 years, right? So this is a very important concept. You should prepare it, right? This is a very important concept. It is highly recommended for UPSC candidates. Fine. Alright. Here we have to count the digits, right? This question based on digit counting only. Okay, digit counting. Okay. A printer numbers the pages of a book starting with 1 and uses 3089 digits in all. How many pages does the book have? Fine. So when you type from 1 to 9, you are actually using 9 numbers and every number is a single digit number. So you are using actually 9 digits. Fine. So now 10 to 99. When you are typing from 10 to 99, then you are actually typing 90 numbers and every number is a 2-digit number. So 19 to 2 is 180 digits. So you are using 180 digits in all, right? Now after that, when you are starting from 100 and going to 999, so you are actually writing 900 numbers and every number is a 3-digit number. So you are actually using 2700 digits. Alright everyone, fine. So from writing from 1 to 999, right? Writing from 1 to 999, you are actually using how many digits? You are actually using 9 plus 180 plus 2700, so 2889. So you are actually using 2889 digits, right? So when you have written from 1 to 999, you have actually used 2889 digits, right? And you have 3089 digits with you. So you are left with 200 digits now, right? You are left with 200 digits now, right? And now you have to start with 1000. So 1000, every number is a 4-digit number, right? And you have total 200 digits. So for how many numbers these 200 digits will last? So till 50 more numbers, right? So after 999, you can write 50 more numbers. So 999 plus 50, this will give you 1049, right? So you can type 1049 numbers, right everyone? So total you can write 1049 numbers if you are using 3089 digits in all, right? This is a very simple question, and this is a set type of question which CSAT is, which UPSC is giving every year around, like from around past 3 years. UPSC is giving this question every year, right? So please, this is an important type. Please work on it, right? This is again, expected. UPSC can give this type of question again, fine. So please work on it. All right. Now let's move to another one. Okay. Fine. So this question belongs to the topic average, basic numeracy actually, right? Okay. A family has 2 children along with their parents. The average of the weights of the children and their mother is 50 kg. So find mother plus 2 children. So C1 plus C2 is 50 into 3 will be 150 kg, right? Actually the average of 3 persons is 50, then their sum will be 50 into 3. So that will be 150, right? 150 is what? 50 into 3. Okay. Now, after that, the average of weights of their children and the father is 52. So C1 plus C2 plus father is 52 into 3, which is 156, right? Okay. So this is equation 1 and equation 2. So subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, you will be getting father minus mother is 6 kg, right? Subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. Let me write it over here. Equation 2 minus equation 1. Okay. Now, so the weight of the father is 60 kg, right? So weight of father is 60 kg. Okay. So 60 minus 6, which is 54 kg. Right? Okay, fine. All right. This is a very simple question here, right? It's a very simple question. Fine. Okay. It's a very simple question, right? All right. Now let's come to the next one. Consider the 2 statements S1, S2 followed by a question. See everyone, this question comes under the category of data sufficiency, right? Data sufficiency. This is the new topic that has included in UPSC from last 2-3 years only, right? So this is a simple topic, but yes, an important one. Fine. So statement number 1 says P and Q are both prime numbers. So both prime numbers, so they can be 2, 3, they can be 3, 5, they can be 5, 7, or they can be any of the 2 prime numbers. Fine. Okay. P plus Q is an odd integer. So P plus Q is an odd integer. It means the sum of 2 integers is an odd integer. It means what? The first one is odd and the second one is even, right? Or the first one is even and the second one is odd, right? So the sum of one odd and one even is odd always, or the sum of one even and one odd. It means one will be even and one will be odd. That's it, right? Is PQ is an odd integer? Yep. If we are taking the second statement, so PQ will be the product of odd into even will be an even, right? So the answer is no. Fine. So with the help of second statement, we can say the answer will be no, right? So which of the following is correct? S1 alone sufficient to answer the question? No, because from S1 we can have 2, 3. So product of 2, 3 will be 6 and product of 3, 5 will be 15. So product may be even or it may be odd, right? But from statement number 2, we can definitely say the product will be an even number. So is PQ is an odd integer? No, the answer is no. So S2 alone is sufficient to answer the question. Yes. Statement number B, option B is correct. S2 alone is sufficient to answer the question, right? Everybody, fine. This is a very simple question, right everyone? This is a very simple question. Fine. In data sufficiency, you don't have to solve the question, you don't have to give the answer. Only you have to tell the given data is sufficient to answer the question or not. That's it. You don't have to solve the question over here, right? So this is the beauty of data sufficiency question, right? But yes, practice is required to solve these type of questions. Okay, fine. Let's move to another one. Which year has the same calendar as that of 2009? Which year has the same calendar as that of 2009? So everyone, calendar topic is given in our YouTube channel. Please go through the topic, right? We have posted that video like long back. Fine. In that video we have discussed this topic thoroughly. This is a very simple question based on the odd number concept, right? Odd days concept, sorry, I should say. Odd days concept. This is a very simple question, right? So in 2009 we have one odd day. In 2010 we have one odd day. In 2011 we have one odd day. In 2012 we have two odd days since it is a leap year. 2013 we have one odd day. 2014 we have one odd day, right? So how many odd days are there? 3, 2, 5 and 7. So these are 7 odd days, right? 7 odd days means one complete week, right? One complete week. Fine. So 2015, I mean after this 2014, so the next year will be started as 2015. So 2015 will be same as 2009, right everyone? So this is a good question and it is a very simple question. Please go through our video of calendar which is given in the playlist of this channel only. So please go through this video calendar. It is a very simple question, right? And this question is based on a very simple concept. That concept has been discussed in a detailed manner in that video, right? Please watch that video, please. You will like it. Definitely you will be liking it. Fine. Let's move to another one. Okay. Again, this question belongs to basic numeracy, or you can say number sense, right? Numbers. Okay. Or basic numeracy also, or divisibility also, right? Because they are talking about the divisibility by 3. Okay. So 136 is added to 5b7. Okay. 136 is added to 5b7 and the sum obtained by 7a3, and the sum obtained as 7a3. Okay, where a, b are integers. It is given that 7a3 is exactly divisible by 3. Okay, 7 plus a plus 3. It means what? 10 plus a. So a can be 2, 5 and 8. If 10 plus a is divisible by 3, then a can be 2, 5 and 8. Okay. Right. Now, this is what 6 plus 7, 13, 13, 3, 1 carries. So this is what 4 plus b. 4 plus b. Everyone, 4 plus b. 4 plus b. If 4 plus b is 5, b is 1. If 4 plus b is 8, b is 4, right? But this is not correct. The reason is here one is carrying, one gives a carry, I mean one going as a carry also, because it is 5 plus 1 6, but the answer is 7, so it means one goes as a carry. So 3 plus b will be a 2-digit number, right? So 3 plus b will be a 2-digit number. Okay, I mean 4 plus b will be a 2-digit number, so 4 plus 8, it is 2, right? Because the only choice for a is left, which is 2, right? The only choice for a is left as 2, right? So b has to be 8, right everyone? B has to be 8. Fine, because 8 plus 4 is 12, right? So 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 means 2 comes here and 1 goes carry, right? Okay, so the answer is 8. This is a very simple question based on the simple number sense, right everyone? Very simple question. Please don't be afraid of this question. It's a very simple one, right? Now let's move to another one. Okay, the number of times digit 5 will appear while writing the integers from 1 to 1000. It again the question of number system, right? See everyone, when we write from 1 to 100, when we write from 1 to 100, 1 to 9, I mean any digit between 1 to 9 appears 20 times. Right? Okay. Let me show you how. 5, 15, 25, 35 up to 95. Right? So these are how many numbers? Starting from 0, they are going to 9. So they are 10 numbers, right? And then starting from 50, 51 up to 59. So starting from 0, they are going up to 9. So they are again 10 numbers, right? So from 10 plus 10, they are actually 20 times, right? So any number is appearing 20 times when we write from 1 to 100, right? Okay, again, when we are talking about 1 to 100, then 100, 1 to 200, then 901 to 1000, right? So they are actually 10 slots, right? So they are actually 10 slots of 20 times each. So 10 into 20, we have 200. 200 times 5 will be appearing here, and 501 to 599. In fact, it is 500 to 599. I'm sorry, 500 to 599. They are 100 more times, right? They are actually 100 numbers. 500 to 599, they are 100 numbers. So 5 is occurring 100 times here also, right? So total 5 is occurring 100 plus 200. So 200 plus 100. So this is 300 times, right? So 5 is occurring 300 times. In fact, 5, 6, 7, 8, any number from 1 to 9, right, will be occurring 300 times when we will be writing from 1 to 1000. Right, everyone? Okay. It is a very simple question, provided you should be knowing like how to count the numbers, right? You should be smart enough to count these numbers, right? It's a very simple question. No any background is needed to solve these type of questions. Everyone, please believe me, no background is needed. You can't say we are not engineers, or you can't say we are not mathematicians, or you can't say we are from humanity background. No, you are a good student and you can solve this question. That's it. That is the only eligibility to solve this question, that you are a good student. That's it, right? And yes, if you are targeting for UPSC, then definitely you are a good student, right? All right, now let's move to another one. A and B are two heavy steel blocks. If B is placed on the top of A, the weight increases by 60%. Okay, see everyone, this topic belongs to percentage, right? And you can call it as basic numeracy, right? Okay, let's say this is A. A is 100 kg, and let's say this is B. B is 60 kg. Fine. So earlier it was 100 kg. Fine. So when A plus B, total it becomes 160 kg, right? So this increases by 60 kg, right, with respect to 100. So obviously 60 kg is actually 60% with respect to 100. All right, everyone, fine. Now the question is saying if block B has been removed. So if B has been removed, then total this time it is 160 kg, right? So from 160 kg we are actually removing 60 kg. Then how much percentage we are actually removing, right? Okay, so 60 is being removed from 160. So this is actually 3 by 8, right? So this is 37.5%. Right, everyone? 3 by 8 into 100, which is 37.5%, right? So we are removing as 37.5% actually, right? It's a very simple question here, right? Based on the percentage, right? A kid of, 7th, 8th standard will solve this question, right? It's a very, very simple question. All right, everyone? It's a very simple question. Fine. Okay. Let's move to other one. Okay, the number of parallelograms that can be formed from a set of 4 parallel lines intersecting another set of 4 parallel lines. Okay, see everyone, this question belongs to permutation and combination, right? When a set of m parallel lines, intersects another set of n parallel lines, number of parallelograms formed is equal to mc2 into nc2. Fine. mc2 क्या होता है? It is m into m minus 1 divided by 2. nc2 is what? n into n minus 1 divided by 2, right? So in this question, m is given as 4 and n is also given as 4. Fine. So this is 4 into 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 by 2 into 4, 4 minus 1 is 3 by 2, right? So this is 12 by 2 is 6 and 6, so this is 36, right? So the answer is 36. All right, everyone, the answer is 36. Fine, clear? It's a very simple question, right? It's a very simple question, right, everyone? Based on the formula. For this question, I can understand. For this question, yes, you should need the formula, else everything is okay, right? If you don't know the formula, you can solve this question, but it will be a time consuming question if you don't know the formula, right? So for this question, yes, I can say the background is needed, right? Anyways, now let's move to another one. In a school, every student is assigned a unique identification number. A student is a football player if and only if the identification number is divisible by 4. Okay. Whereas a student is a cricketer if and only if the identification number is divisible by 6. Okay, fine. If every number from 1 to 100 is assigned to a student, then how many of them play cricket as well as football? Okay, fine. Cricket as well as football. Right. So identification number has to be the multiple of cricket, sorry, the multiple of 4 and 6 both. Right. So LCM of 4 and 6. LCM of 4 and 6 is what? LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. Right. So they are from 1 to 100. So from 1 to 100, how many multiples of 12 are there? So 12 into 1 up to 12 into 8. So 12, 24, 36, right? So up to 96, right? So they are total 8 multiples. 8 multiples of 12, right? So the answer is 8. 8 players are there who are cricket as well as the football players. Right. Okay, everyone. See, this question belongs to LCM and SCF. Right. And LCM and SCF again belongs to number system. Right. LCM and SCF again belongs to number system. Right. All of you, fine. So you can imagine how important number system is for CSAT point of view, right? Okay, now let's move to another one. When a runner was crossing 12 kilometers mark, she was informed that she had completed only 80% of the race. Okay, so 12 kilometer is equal to 80%. Then how many kilometers was the runner supposed to run in this event? Fine. So 80% is equal to 12. Then 100% is equal to what? So 12 by 80 into 100. Right. So this is 15 kilometers. Right, everyone? So she was supposed to run 15 kilometer in that event. Fine. So this question belongs to percentage. Basic numeracy. Right. This question belongs to percentage. Basic numeracy, right? Okay, fine. Simple one. A very simple question, right? Alright, let's move to another one. Okay. Again, the topic belongs to, this question belongs to percentage topic. Almost the similar question based on the previous one, right? Okay. Question says, Raju has 9,000 rupees with him and he wants to buy a mobile handset, but he finds that he has only 75% of the amount required to buy the handset. So 75% is equal to 9,000. Right? When 75% is equal to 9,000, then what is the 100%? So 9,000 divided by 75 into 100. Right? So this is what? This is 3 and this is 4. This is 3,000. So this is 12,000. Right? So it means what? It means he is 3,000 rupees shorter than the total cost. Right? He is short by 3,000 rupees. Okay. Therefore, he borrows 2,000 from a friend. Question says, Raju has rupees 9,000, wants to buy a mobile handset, but he finds that he has only 75%. So he borrows rupees 2,000 from a friend. Okay. So everyone, actually he has to borrow around 3,000 rupees. He has to borrow 3,000 rupees, but he is borrowing only 2,000. So obviously he has to borrow 1,000 more. Fine. Option A. Raju still does not have the enough amount to buy the handset. Yes, correct. Correct. Actually, he had to buy 3,000 rupees, but he is buying, he has to borrow 3,000 rupees, but he is only borrowing 2,000 rupees. So obviously, he still does not have the enough money to buy the mobile phone. Right? How simple the question is here. Right? the length of the question, I mean, the question is very lengthy. When you see this question, the question is very lengthy. But when you read this question and you comprehend this question, the question is very small, right? It hardly takes only 30-40 seconds to solve this question. That's it, right? How simple the question is, right? A kid of like 8th standard, 9th standard can solve this question easily, right? So this is a kind of platter which UPSC is giving to you, but you are not ready to accept it, right? Please, this is a very simple question, everyone. Okay, now let's move to another one. Okay, in 2002, Minu's age, okay, you can say this question belongs to basic numeracy. Okay, fine. In 2002, Minu's age was 1/3 the age of Mira. Okay. Whereas in 2010, Minu's age was the half of the age of Mira. What is Minu's year of birth? Fine. We will solve this question with the help of options only. Right, everyone? We will be using options only. Let's take the answer as 1992. Let's take the answer as 1992. So in 2002, Minu will be what? Minu is 10 years. So Mira will be what? Mira will be 30 years because Minu is 1/3. So if Mira is 30 years, so Mira's year of birth will be 1972, right? Okay. In 2010, so 2010, Minu is what? Minu is 18 years. And Mira is 38, right? So it is not fulfilling the condition of the question, because here 38 is not the twice of 18. 38 is the twice of 19 actually. Fine. So this answer is not correct. Come to the next, 1994. So if we are assuming that Minu's year of birth is 1994, so in 2002, Minu was 8 years of age, right? So Mira will be 24 years of age, right? So Mira will be 24 years of age. 24 years means what? 24 years means this 8 minus 16, right? So this is 1976. No, 1978, right? So 1978. Fine. So Mira will be 1978 born and Minu is 1994 born, right? Okay. So in 2010, Minu will be 16 years of age, and 2010 Mira will be, this is Minu and this is Mira. Mira will be 32 years of age, right? So this is twice, right? So this is twice. Yes, the answer is correct, right? The answer is correct. Okay, everyone, it matches. You're fine. So just take this as 1994. That's it. I'm doing this question with the help of options, right? Everyone, you know, objective approach helps you in these type of question papers a lot, right? You don't need to solve each and every question. You have the options, you can use the options also, right? Because this is an objective question. Nobody is going to check your like steps. How did you solve this question? Just you marked it correctly. That's it. You marked A. I mean, the correct option is B. So if you marked B, then it is okay, because the machine is going to check your OMR, right? So machine doesn't know anything. Machine knows B means B. That's it, right? Machine doesn't know like how did you solve this question. Maybe you have cheated this question. That is also okay, right? Machine knows B means B. That's it. doesn't know anything, right? So nobody is going to check your steps like how did you solve this question. So you can use options also. You just have to give the right answer. That's it. Fine. Let's move to another one. Okay. Rakesh and Rajesh bought together 10 balls and 10 rackets. Rakesh spent 1300 and Rajesh spent 1500. So 1300 plus 1500, they total have spent 2800 rupees. Right? Okay. If each racket cost 3 times the ball cost, fine. So ball to racket is 1:3, right? So if you divide 2800 rupees in the ratio of 1:3, you will be getting 700 and 2100, right? Okay. So the price of 10 balls is 700 rupees. So one ball is of 70 rupees. And the price of 10 rackets is 2100 rupees. So the price of one racket is 210 rupees, right? So the answer is 210 rupees. Okay, everyone. It's a very simple question here, right? It's a very, very simple question. You can say this question belongs to ratio and proportion, right? Or basic numeracy, right? Ratio and proportion. Okay. It's a very simple question, right? Okay. The question belongs to basic numeracy and a very simple question here. Very simple question. Fine. All right. Let's move to another one. Okay. The question says, in a conference out of total 100 participants. See everyone, this question belongs to GMA, or you can say this question belongs to Venn diagram, right? Okay. In a conference out of total 100 participants, 70 are Indians, right? So 100 participants, 70 are Indians and 30 are non-Indians. Okay. If 60 of the total participants are vegetarian, okay, fine. So there are two cases. Case 1, 60 are the vegetarian, right? See everyone, if all the 60 belong to here, right? If all the 60, case 1, if all the 60 belong here, then out of these 70, 60 veg and 10 non-veg, right? So statement number 2 says, statement number 2, at least 10 Indian participants are non-vegetarian. This is correct, right? Statement number 2 correct, fine. But this is only we have discussed case number 1. Now case number 2, case 2 I'm writing here. So case 2, let's say this 30 are veg, this non-Indian 30 are veg, then obviously 30 Indian will be veg and 40 Indians will be non-veg, fine. So out of those 70, 30 is veg and 40 will be non-veg, right? So question says at least 30 Indian participants are vegetarian. This is also correct, right? So from case number 2, this is also correct. 30 Indians are veg, right? So from case number 2, this is also correct. 30 Indians are veg, right everyone? Fine. So both of them is right, right? Both of them are the right statement. Fine. Both of them are correct. Not a problem. Okay everyone. So this question belongs to Venn diagram topic, or it's a question of normal reasoning, right? It's a very good question. This question belongs to normal reasoning. It's a very good question, right? Okay, the correct answer is C, both 1 and 2, right? Alright, now let's move to another question. Okay. P, Q, R are the three towns. The distance between P and Q is 60 km, whereas the distance between P and R is 60 km. Q is in the west of P and R. P and R is the south of P. Okay, fine. So this question belongs to GMA and direction sense is the topic. Right? It's a very simple question, in fact, I should say. So north, south, east and west. Let's say this is P. Fine. Q is in the west of P. Q is in the west of P. Fine. So this is Q. Fine. So PQ is 60. Okay. And R is in the south of P. So this is 80. R. Fine. So what they are asking, the distance between PR. See everyone, distance between PR we need to find. Then obviously we can say this is what? This is a right angled triangle, right? This is a right angled triangle. So using Pythagoras theorem, QR is what? 60 square plus 80 square to the under root, right? So 3600 plus 6400. Fine. So this is what? This is 100, right? So QR is 100. Okay, everyone, fine. Okay, fine. It's a very simple question of direction sense. QR is 100, right? All right. It's a very simple question, everyone. Fine. Very, very simple question. Okay. Now let's move to another one. All right. Okay. The ratio of a two-digit natural number to a number found by reversing its digit is 4:7. This is the favorite concept of UPSC, and this question belongs to number system. This question is very important, right? Because this type of question is coming from last 3 years, and in every paper 1 or 2 questions are coming in this concept, right? So let me tell you the concept again. The difference between a two-digit number and its reverse is a multiple of 9. I repeat, difference between a two-digit number and its reverse is a multiple of 9, right? Let's say a number is xy and reverse of it is yx. So xy minus yx is always equal to 9 mod x minus y, right? For example, 91 minus 19 is equal to 9 into the difference between the digit is what? 8. So this is 72, right? So 91 minus 19 will be 72, right, everyone? So xy minus yx is equal to 9 mod x minus y. I repeat, difference between the digits, difference between a two-digit number and its reverse is always equal to a multiple of 9, right? Okay, fine. So the original number and the new number are in the ratio 4:7. So their difference is equal to 3 units, right? Let's say this is 4 units and this is 7 units. So the difference will be 3 units, right? So the difference is 3 units. Okay. So difference is what? Difference can be a multiple of 9. So 9, 18, 27, 36, 45 and so on, right? So 1 unit is what? So 1 unit is what? 3 unit is equal to 9. So 1 unit is 3, then 6, then 9, then 12 and then 45 and so 15 and so on, right? Okay. All right. So now if 1 unit is 3, then 4 unit is what? Let me solve it here only. They are 4:7. So 1 unit is 3, then 4 unit is what? 4 into 3, which is 12, and 7 into 3, which is 21, right? Okay. Now 1 unit is equal to 6, right? So when we have considered 1 as 3, then the answer is 12 and 21. When now the 1 is 6, then the answer is 4 into 6 is 24, 7 into 6 is 42, Okay. Now 1 is equal to 9, then 4 into 9, 36, 7 into 9, 63. Right. Now 1 is equal to 12, then 4 into 12, 48, 7 into 12, 84. Right. Okay. 1 is equal to 15, then 15 into 4, 60, and 15 into 7 is 105. It's a 3-digit number, so this won't be considered. Right. So how many pairs? 12, 21, 24, 42, 63, 36, 48, 84. So how many pairs? They are actually 4 pairs. Right. So the answer is 4 pairs. Okay, everyone. The answer is 4 pairs. Right. This is a very, very simple question based on the topic that is coming all the time in UPSC CSAT. Right. This is coming again and again from last 3 years. So everyone, please take a grasp over this concept. This is an important concept, like from CSAT point of view. Okay, everyone, fine. All right. So let's move to another question. Okay. In an examination, A has scored 20 more marks than B. If B has scored 5% less marks than A. Okay. 5% is equal to 20, then 1% is equal to 4, then 100% is equal to what? 400. Right. So A has scored 400 and B has scored 5% less. It means 20 less. Right. So this is 380. The answer is 380. Right. Question is how much B scored. So B scored 380. Right. It's a very simple question here. The question belongs to percentage or the basic numeracy, right? Okay. Okay. It's a very simple question based on percentage, or you can say basic numeracy, right? Okay. Right. It's a very, very simple topic and a very simple question as well. Alright, so let's move to another one. Okay, this question, I should say this question belongs to common sense. Just thinking only, right? Common sense. Fine. Sita and Geeta go for swim after a gap of every 2 days and every 3 days respectively. So Sita and Geeta both are going on first. Okay. So Sita is going on first, then first, second, third, fourth, then fifth, sixth, then seventh, then 8th, 9th, 10th, then 11, 12, 13, then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and so on, right? Okay. Geeta is going on first, then first, second, third, fourth, then fifth, 6th, 7th, 8th, then 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, then 13th, right, and so on. So 13, on 13 they are going again for the swim, right? So after first they will be meeting on 13th, right? So on 13th they will be going together for swim, right? How simple the question is here. How simple, right? Can you imagine this type of questions are coming in CSAT and the students say like we are not able to qualify CSAT, right? How simple the question is, right? Everyone, please be patient while solving the question paper. You will definitely crack it, right? Don't worry about it. Okay. Now let's move to another one. Okay. This question belongs to ratio and proportion, I would say. Right. Question is saying X, Y, Z are 3 contestants in a race of 1000 meter. Assume that all run with the different uniform speeds. X give a start of 40 meters. X give a start of 40 meters means when X runs 1000 meters, Y can run only 960 meters, right? 40 meters less. X gives Z a start of 64 meters. It means when X runs 1000 meters, Z is running 64 meters less. So Z is running 936 meters, right? Okay. When X is running 1000 meter, Y is running 960 meter and Z is running 936 meters. Fine. Okay. If Y, Z were to compete in a race of 1000 meter, how many meters start will Y give to Z? Okay, fine. So if we talk about Y's to Z, fine. So Y is running 960 and Z is running 936. Fine. So just both the numbers can be cancelled out with 24. So this is 40 and this is 39, right? So question is asking if Y and Z were to compete in a race of 1000 meter, right? So if we need to talk about 1000 meter, so this is what? This is 25th multiple, right? So 25th multiple of here will come. So 25 into 39. So 25 into 9 is what? 225. 25 into 3 is 75. 75 plus 22 is 97. Right? So when Y will run 1000 meter, Z will able to run only 975 meter. So this is 25 meters less, right? So Y can give a 25 meter start to Z in 1000 meter race, right? The answer is 25 meter. Right, everyone? This is a very simple question, right? This is a very simple question, right? That can be solved with the help of ratio and proportion only, right? Okay, let's move to another one. All right. If X is greater than or equal to 25, okay, X is greater than or equal to 25, Y is less than or equal to 40. Okay, this question belongs to basic number sense, right? Okay, then which of the following is always correct? X is greater than Y. X is greater than Y? No. If we are taking X as let's say 26 and Y as 39, right? So X is greater than Y? No. Y minus X is greater than 15. Y minus X is greater than 15. Let's say Y is equal to 30 and let's say X is equal to 30 and Y is equal to, let's say, 30. So Y minus X is greater than 15. No, not correct. X plus Y is greater than or equal to 65. X is equal to 30, Y is equal to 30 again. No, not correct, right? So if three of them is not correct, then definitely C will be correct, right? So Y minus X is less than or equal to 15, right, everyone? Okay, I have taken only one example. I have assumed X as 30 and Y as 30, right? And all the other options got eliminated, right? With this combination only, right? So only C option is correct. See, everyone, this is a very simple question based on the number sense, and for solving this type of question you don't need, right, for solving this type of question you don't need to calculate anything. You just have to consider one number from your side, right, and you have to eliminate the given options, right? So with the help of option elimination you can solve this question directly. This is a very simple question, right, and you can solve it, right? It's not necessary that you must have read this concept, then only you will be able to solve this question. No, it's not like that, right? It's a very simple question. You can solve it whether you have read it or not, right? It's a very simple question. No any background is needed for solving these type of questions, right? Okay, let's move to another one. Okay, Anna was born 4 years after her parents' marriage. Okay, her mother is 3 years younger than her father and 24 years older than Anna. Okay, fine. So Anna's mother and Anna's father. when Anna was born, so Anna was 0 years of age, her mother was 24 years of age, and her father will be 3 years older than her mother, so it means he must be 27 years of age. And 4 years, sorry, at what age did Anna's father get married? And 4 years after the marriage Anna born, right? So it means they married 4 years ago, then the Anna's birth, right? So 4 years ago, 20, and this is 23, right? So when Anna's parents got married, right? When Anna's parents got married, her mother was 20 years of age and her father was 23 years of age, right? So the answer is B. Okay. Mother was 23 years of age and father was 20 years of age, right? This is the answer. And this again, this is the question of common sense. I won't categorize this question under any category, right? You can say this question belongs to basic numeracy, that's it, right? But I won't tell you the topic. This question belongs to common sense, that's it, right? I can't, in fact, I don't want to categorize this question under any category. I would just say this question belongs to common sense, that's it, right? Okay. Now let's move to another one. Okay. Rakesh had money to buy 8 mobile handsets of a specific company, but the retailer offered a very good discount on that particular handset. Rakesh could buy 10 mobile handsets with the amount he had. Okay, fine. This question you can call it under the category of profit and loss, right? In fact, LCM SCF is also important. In fact, LCM SCF can also be said. Why? Because just take the LCM of 8 and 40, right? LCM of 8 and 40. Sorry. Just take the LCM of 8 and 10. LCM of 8 and 10 is what? 40, right? So earlier, Rakesh had money to buy 8 mobile handsets, right? It means if for rupees 40 he can buy 8 mobile handsets, it means the MRP was 5 rupee per handset, right? But after the discount he could buy 10 handsets. Then after the discount he could buy 4 after the discount the price will be 4 rupees, right? So earlier the price was 5 rupee and after the discount it was discounted price for 4 rupee. So what is the discount he got? He got 1 rupee out of 5 rupee, right? So what is the discount he got? He got 1 by 5 into 100, so he got 20% discount, right? MRP was 5 rupee and he got a discount of 1 rupee and he got the mobile handset for 4 rupee, right? So he got 20% discount on the MRP, right everyone? It's a very simple question, right? You can call it like this is based on profit and loss, or you can call it this based on LCM and SCF, right? I don't know which is the correct topic that it can be categorized under, but it is a very simple question based on the common sense and you can solve this question very easily, right everyone? Okay, fine. Now let's talk about the next one. Okay, the average marks, average. See everyone, this question is categorized under the topic average, right? Okay, the average marks of 100 students are given to be 40. Okay, it was found later that the marks of one student were 53, which were misread as 83. See everyone, the marks were misread as 83. So after the correction, when you make this as 53, the total will be lessened by 30, right? So new average, they are asking the corrected mean, they are asking the corrected average. So the new average will be old average minus 30 by 100, right? Because one number is getting lessened by 30 only, right? Rest all the numbers are same, right? So this minus 30 will be distributed among all the 100 numbers equally, right? So old average was 40 minus 30 by 100 So 40 minus 0.3. So this is 39.7, right? So the answer is 39.7. Okay. So the correct answer is B, right everyone? This is again a very simple question. No any concept, no any formula is required to solve this type of question. Just common sense is required to solve these type of questions. Right everyone? Okay. Yes, all of you. The solution of CSAT 2020, right? Solution of CSAT 2020 would be available in our YouTube channel on 4th of October itself. So please stay tuned, right? For more details and for more updates, right? We are going to start a fresh batch also for CSAT 2021. In that batch, we'll be giving you everything. I mean, maths, reasoning, English, and the last year papers also will be there. Fine. And the topic wise segregation will be there. And here the study material also, the practice material also, and the mock test also will be given to you, right? So friends, stay tuned for the more updates. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. Thank you.